Hey guys, welcome back. I am going to show you today how I got this look on my eyeballs using the BH Cosmetics Sweet Shop Orange Sorbet palette. So if that sounds interesting, stick around. We're going to get started in just a second. Before we do, if you're new here, if this is your first time, hi, I'm Annie. I am a 40-something lover of color who believes that you can have fun with color at any age. If that sounds fun or interesting, if you'd like to see some more color in your timeline, if you love color as much as I do, if you love indie makeup as much as I do, and as much as I know all of my subscribers here do, and I would love it if you would stick around and subscribe if you like this video today. All right. Let's go ahead and talk about this palette. So like I said, this is the Orange Sorbet palette. Like all of the other Sweet Shop palettes, this comes packaged in a sleeve that you just pull off, and the palette itself looks the same as the sleeve. So for your $18, you get 8 shades. You have 4 shimmers on the top. You have 4 mattes on the bottom. And I love the way, and I've said it I think in every video, everything is laid out so that if you want to go very, very simple, they make it very easy for you with a matte shade and a corresponding shimmer to go with. So I think that is all I have to say about this palette because I've said everything I need to say, and we are just going to go ahead and, I guess, dive right into this tutorial. So I think what I'm going to do today is like a halo eye this morning. So I'm not going to use every single shade, I don't think, today like I did with the cherry on top, but I am going to try to use as many as possible. So I'm going to start with the shade Tangerine, which is this this orange shade right here. And I am just going to take that on a fluffy brush. This is the M441. And I'm going to run that all through my crease. So again, this is looking already beautifully pigmented, just like I have come to expect. I have such high expectations for this palette just because the other 3 were so amazing. All right, I'm really happy with how that is looking. That is fantastic. We are going to move on to the next shade. Now I'm going to pick up the shade Zest. Maybe I'm going to use them all, we'll see. I'm going to pick up this shade here, and I'm going to focus that more on the inner and the outer portion here. Again, this is a, what is this? This is a Morphe M43. It's still quite a fluffy brush, but it's a little more pinched. So I can be a little more precise with this one. Again, that pigmentation is just absolutely beautiful, and the blendability is insanely good. All right, going in with an even smaller brush, we are going to go into the shade Extra Toppings, which is this matte shade here. And we are going to focus that again, just kind of on top of what we've already laid down here. I'm not going to take this quite as high, I think. Wow. That's a really pretty shadow. And again, very pigmented. I'm going to go ahead and run some of that under my eye as well here. I'm just going to take it all the way across. It has a little more of a pink tone to it. So before I go in with the deepest shade, I'm just going to go back through the brushes that I used previously with no additional product, and I'm just going to make sure I've got everything blended out the way I want it to be. All right, now I'm going to pick up my IT Cosmetics crease brush, and I'm going to go into the shade Chocolate Drizzle, which is this orange shade here. And we are just going to add that to the mix. And one last time with that first brush we started on with, and I'm going to pick up a little bit more Tangerine, which was the lightest shade here. And I am just going to make sure that I have everything blended. All right, all of those mattes blended out beautifully, just like I would expect from this series so far. They have been so, so good. We're going to go ahead in with, of course, a little bit of NYX Glitter Primer. I am going to just pop that on to the center of my lid. And then I'm actually going to use my finger to apply the shimmer shades today. I'm not looking for a precise shape today at all. I want this to be kind of just relaxed. It is, what time is it right now? It just turned 5:30. I have been up, you guys, since 4:30 this morning. Ugh. Now that I've got that down, I'm going to go into, I think, the shade Double Scoop, which is this one here. I'm going to skip this one today. We shall see what happens. Going with Double Scoop. Oh, that is so pretty. Oh my gosh. Holy cow, that's gorgeous. And I'm just kind of smacking it on there. Then I'm going to go back in with that IT Cosmetics crease brush to start with, and I'm just going to drag whatever product was left on the brush kind of up and over where those meet, because I've got a very unattractive, harsh looking line. And I'm going to do the same thing with the shade that had extra toppings on it. And then, of course, I'm going to go in with that fluffiest brush and blend the top here. That is really pretty. I do want to add a little more interest right now because it's very kind of flat. So I'm going to go into the shade Yum, which is the lightest shimmer here. And I'm going to pick a little bit of that up as well on my pinky. And I'm just going to try to target that right here in the center. And then with a clean finger, I'm just going to kind of blend the outside edge. Oh, that is so pretty. I really like that. That is gorgeous. Let's go ahead and do the same thing to the other eye. That's super pretty. I really, really like that. So for my inner corner, I'm sure you can guess, I'm going to go back in with that lightest shade, which was the shade Yum. I'm going to pick that up on, I think I'm going to use this brush here. This is the Luxie 111 Mini Flat Angled Brush. And I'm just going to pop that there in the inner corner. All right, I'm going to go apply some eyeliner and some mascara, and then I'm going to come back, and I didn't really add any like powder blush today. I do have a little bit of cream blush on, but I'm going to use probably this shade here as a blush today. Maybe Zest might be a little too much. We might mix it with Zest and Tangerine, just like a little bit of that, but we'll come back and we'll do that. So let me put my liner on and I'll be right back. So here's the finished eye look. Okay, so let's go ahead and add some blush and highlight because I haven't done that yet either, and I thought I would just go ahead and use this palette. So to start with, we're going to go in with, I think, highlight. I'm going to go in with this shade here again, Yum, which is that really light shade. I'm just going to pick that up on a fluffier brush, which is dirty. I'm going to have to just use my color switcher here and we'll just make sure. Okay, so we're going to go in with the shade Yum to start with. That's this shade here. And I'm just going to lightly tap into that. Yeah, that is really lovely as a highlighter. It has like a nice kind of, well, clearly peachy golden undertone. So pretty, oh my. I really like that. That's super pretty. Now we're going to pick up, I think we're going to kind of go in very lightly between these two. So that's Zest and Tangerine. A little bit more. I barely touched my brush in there because I'm afraid. Let's see. Yeah, I think I like that. It's not as intense as what I did with the Cherry palette, but again, I barely touched my brush into these pans because I don't want to wind up with like total orange face. Okay, I'm really happy with that. That makes a wonderful blush. So again, just like the Cherry palette, I'm gonna say that this one is very versatile. So like always, I'm gonna go ahead and blend my highlight and blush a little bit so I don't have like random stripes of color on my face. All right, so that is everything. On my lips today, I went ahead and put it away. I have my Lime Crime Velveteen lipstick in the shade Suedberry. This is again my favorite summer kind of bright orange shade. I'm gonna have to take it off in just a minute when I head out to work, but anyways, I wanted to wear it for a second anyways. All right, let's go ahead and talk about this palette. So just like all of the other Sweet Shop palettes, I have to say this palette is so impressive. I used all of the mattes and 2 of the shimmers today, and every single one of those mattes, just like always, blended out beautifully. It was just so easy and effortless, and these shimmers are so pretty. This one, they seem a little more on the metallic side than that sparkly one, but they are the kind of metallic that I like, that is just bright and just there, and I really am happy with the way my eye look came out today. So again, for $18, these things are so good, and if you're in the market for an orange palette, this is the one to go for. I do like my what is it, Orange You Glad? I don't know, whatever the orange ColouPop palette is, I do like that, and I think that they're different enough that if you have the ColouPop one and you still wanted to add another orange palette, this one would be a good one to grab. So I think that is everything I have to say about this palette. If you enjoyed today's video, please don't forget to hit that like button down below. And while you're there, scooch on over, if you're not already, and hit subscribe. Next to subscribe is that little bell. If you ring that little bell, you should be notified of all of my uploads. Although sometimes YouTube does some pretty wonky things. So, but it's worth a shot. So go ahead and hit that bell if that is interesting to you. And of course, you can see me on Instagram. I am there at @SeeMyBliss_beauty. And yeah, if you leave your house today, please remember to wear your mask and wash your hands. Be kind to your friends, be kind to your neighbors, and I will see you guys next time. Bye!